that. I'm so excited. I can't see. There we go. I'm so excited for day 4 of Virtual Holiday Club. We've got so much fun stuff planned today, and the points are back to 0. So we have had 2 gungings of Jordan, a gunging of Rob yesterday, which was spectacular. If you missed that, you need to go back and watch it on our Live at 5. It's still available on our YouTube channel. And today, it could be anyone. It could be Rob, it could be Jordan, or it could be Ollie. Now today, I want to know where you are watching from. Where are you watching from? I want you to get in touch right now. Ask your grown-up to head over to our Virtual Sunday School UK Facebook page, Instagram account, or drop us an email, vhc@forefront-theatre.com. Get in touch, let us know where you're watching from, and Jordan and Rach will be over in the cozy corner doing some shout-outs later on in the show this morning. But first, you know what we gotta do? We gotta grab a drink and a biscuit, and let's do this.
Why not tune in to Virtual Sunday School
Holiday Club? What a great week we have been having so far. And don't worry, just because we've only got 2 days left, it doesn't mean we're going to let it drop now. Oh no, we have got so much fun stuff coming up. In fact, let's see what's coming up in today's show.
Coming up, we have another team game in the Epic Games Arena. Forefront Theatre bring us the next installment in their daily drama. We have worship from All Stars Kids. We're back at Story Shore with Beth. Things are taking off in the Aqua Park. We have a craft from Rach, a challenge from Jordan, and homework with Samson.
So how have your dance moves been going? This is my fun dance move today. I've just made it up right now. How are your dance moves going for Sunrise, our theme song? We have seen some videos and you guys are looking pretty good, I must say. Today I've got a special treat for you because I'm going to invite up Jordan, Rob and Ollie, who are going to do the dance moves for the chorus during the song today. So let's sing Sunrise, our theme song!
Be there with the sunrise, even if a storm is raging today. God'll be there with the sunrise to shine on the darkness and light up my way. God'll be there with the sunrise, even if a storm is raging today. God'll be there with the sunrise, with the hope for tomorrow and a brighter new day. My God is with me, this I know, so get out your flip-flops, my God's bringing the sun. Shining down on me, or its golden rays glisten on the sea. Well, I know the one who put it there is the God who cares for you and me. And you know, even when it hides its face and the rain clouds come and they bring the rain, well, I know that God is there with me just as surely as the sun will rise again. Jesus is risen and he reigns on high, like the sunshine hanging in a cloudless sky. So no matter what the weatherman say, God'll be there with sunrise. Even if the storm is raging today, God'll be there with the sunrise to shine in the darkness and light up my way. God'll be there with sunrise. Even if the storm is raging today, God'll be there with sunrise, with a hope for tomorrow and a brighter new day. My God is with me, this I know, so get out your flip-flops, my God's bringing the sun. God sent his son for me, he died on the cross to set me free. And I know there ain't a cloud to keep the light of the sun from shining down on me. And you know, the same Jesus that died is the same Jesus who is now alive, and he lives Well, he lives in me and shines his light out for all to see. Jesus is risen and he reigns on high, like the sunshine hanging in a cloudless sky. So no matter what the weatherman say, God will be there with the sunrise. Even if the storm is raging today, God will be there with the sunrise. To shine on the darkness and light up my way, God will be there with the sunrise. Even if the storm is raging today, God will be there with the sunrise. With the hope for tomorrow and a brighter new day. Cause I know that God is there, and yes, I know that God, he cares. I got the breath of God within me, like a breath of fresh air. He makes his face to shine upon me, and his spirit is within me. As surely as the sun rises, he will be there. God will be there with the sunrise. Hey, 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 hey. God will be there with the sunrise. Hey, hey, hey. God will be there with the sunrise. Even if the storm is raging today, God will be there with the sunrise. To shine in the darkness and light up my way. God will be there with the sunrise. Even if the storm is raging today, God will be there with the sunrise. With the hope for tomorrow and a brighter new day. My God is with me, this I know. I got the blessing of the Lord like a healthy glow. God will be there, so I'll praise my God and his Son.
Great job, guys. That was amazing. Excuse me. Okay, we are back with our acronym STUCK for this week. So, on Monday, we had S for salvation. On Tuesday, we had T for trust. Yesterday, we had U for uber thankfulness. And today, we have got C for calling. So, we are going to head over to Driftwood Dock with Rob and Tarquin as we look at calling.
Hello, 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 Tarquin. Can you hear me? Tarquin, can you hear me? Hello.
I can't hear anything. Can you hear anything, Tarquin?
Hey guys, what are you doing?
Oh, sorry, we're trying to get this like homemade telephone thing to work. Apparently you get 2 cups, bit of string between it, and you can like talk, and the vibration travels down the string, you can hear each other, but it's not working. Hello, Tarquin, can you hear me? Hello, there's
That's
nothing.
because you need to put it to your ear to listen.
Oh, of course. All right. Hello, Tarquin, can you hear me? Hello, Tarquin.
So, can you get anything? No? Nothing.
Hello.
No,
Hello,
that's
Tarquin.
because
Absolutely
one of you needs to speak and one of you needs to listen.
Oh, of course. Oh, how can we be so silly? All right, I'll go first, Tarquin, okay? Hello, Tarquin, can you hear me? Do you hear that? Yeah. Okay, you'll go. Oh, yeah, hey, I don't smell. Hey.
Well, that's great. I'm glad you're looking at that actually, because today we are thinking about calling and God's calling.
Ah, right. Okay, well, that's a little bit different from a telephone call.
Yeah.
Well, in the Bible, in 1 Corinthians 7, verses 17, it says that every person should live their life as a believer in whatever situation the Lord has assigned to them as God has called. So, I mean, when it comes to calling and things, we may be called to different things to do, but we all have the calling to live our lives as believers, to be disciples of Jesus, wherever we are. And so if we end up as a waiter, or a movie star, or a nurse, or a doctor, or a bin man, whatever we're doing, we should try and live out our calling, being followers of Jesus as best we can.
Great.
Yeah, and then of course, then when it comes to figuring out what that looks like and how our calling plays out, we need to make sure, actually a bit like our telephone, that we're praying to God, that we're speaking, but we're also listening to see what God wants to say about what we should be doing.
Definitely.
Isn't that right, Tarquin?
So, with God's calling, we need to make sure that we're talking, praying, and listening in whatever situation we find ourselves in.
Did you really say that?
Huh.
That's crazy.
Oh, I'm going to leave these two to it. Talking about whatever situation you find yourselves in, I think it is time for us to head over to our Epic Games Arena!
Okay, gotta go.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Epic Games Arena! And the points are back at 0, everybody.
for
0,
everybody.
0, 0 points. Jordan, you might want to take your microphone off.
Yes.
Because we have got a game that might get a little bit messy today. I am actually very excited about it. There are points up for grabs as well. I get to decide who gets the points today. But for now, I'm going to hand over to Jordan to explain today's game.
Wonderful. So today we're talking about calling, and they look different, all different shapes and sizes for different people. So we've got a game to demonstrate that. We've got to basically get through some cardboard, some pieces of cardboard with some holes cut out of it. Silhouettes, different shapes and sizes of these silhouettes, you see. And then 2 of us will bring the cardboard pieces towards us. We've got to somehow balance and find our way through them while standing in front of this nicely filled gunge thing. And if you want to come in quick for me, and Rob, do you want to top it up a little bit if there's not enough in there already? Should we put a bit more? That has been sat there now for like 4 days. It is disgusting.
That's great.
That looks like bogies. So, without further ado, I suppose, while you're there in the middle, me and Ollie will grab there.
You're going straight in there, Fred.
There's 3 things to get through, and we're going to take it in turns each time. And Nat is going to decide who gets the points based upon finesse and beauty whilst going through.
That's a lot great.
Great.
Here we go.
Oh, man. Okay.
Hey! Rob, you take that.
All right, okay.
There you go. Let's see if I can do it. Right, I've got to...
I've got to do it now. You 2 boys did it.
Yeah, no pressure, Ollie.
You came at me very quick as well.
No, we did it.
Nice. Okay, we've got 2 more, have we?
If you stay up there,
Okay, I'll stay there.
Amazing.
What the heck is that?
What shape is this?
3, 2, 1, go. Go.
Nice. That was close, but he managed it.
Just that made it through.
Wow, that's such an interesting shape. Okay, it is.
Yeah. I got through.
Oh, I can't believe how easy this is. I was hoping to see some people getting guns. Let's have a look. Ready? Go! Samson, it's okay.
You broke it.
Samson.
You broke the cover. Good job, it went last, wasn't it?
Hey! Just as I said, I wanted to see people getting guns.
I feel like I'm bigger than you guys. This is big enough. All right.
Okay.
Right.
Go!
Half a chance.
Oh dear. Okay, who's next? Who's next?
You got it?
Samson does not like this game.
Right. Okay. We ready?
3, 2, 1.
I fully went in. He's covered. Oh man! We've got Ollie to go yet.
That's amazing.
We've got one more. Yeah. Oh no! This is going to go everywhere.
Okay.
Start from here.
What even is that shape?
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Would you like a hand up? Oh, it's not. Sorry, I dropped it. That's so grim.
Oh, guys. Oh, God. Oh, Ollie. That was spectacular. That is spectacular. Well done, guys. That was actually really good and lots of fun, even though you ended up breaking them. So I am going to decide who gets the points.
Okay.
I'm going to award 20 points to the winner, 10 points to second place, and 0 points to third place.
Okay.
So, in first place, there's 20 points. Because the finesse on the first one was so beautiful, it was amazing, well done. Also feel like you kind of got pushed in the gunge at the end. We're going to give it to Ollie! That means the blue team get 20 points! Okay. Ooh, in second place.
Okay.
In second place with 10 points.
I can't get gunged again.
I am going to give these 10 points because I also think you did a pretty good job today. It is going to go to the pink team of Jordan! I'm sorry, Rob. I love you.
Wait, I'm bigger than them.
Yeah, you're the biggest. Okay. Now, let's head over for our penultimate day of our Forefront Theatre daily drama, Maroon. Oh.
Spud, what are you doing?
I'm trying to communicate with the starfish.
What?
We've got a symbiotic connection now. I can feel its thoughts.
And what's it thinking?
It's thinking I'm a starfish.
So no sign of any boats then yet?
No, not in the immediate vicinity of this starfish, no.
What is he doing?
Dr. Doolittle over here is trying to speak to sea creatures.
Oh, and is he having any luck?
In a word, no.
You know, I was really close to talking to Tony the crab, but she's not very talkative. But this starfish, on the other hand, he just needs to feel comfortable with me, and I feel like we're getting somewhere.
Wait a minute, she? I thought Tony the crab was a boy.
No. It turns out, according to Hugo, that she's a girl. So it's Tony with an I. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to trying to establish communication with this starfish.
Well, that would be incredibly impressive, given as this starfish is dead.
Oh, that'd be why it wasn't responding to me.
Yeah, that'll be why.
You know, Spud, I've realised that aside from seeing you around the port where I work, I don't really know much about you. So what do you do?
What do any of us really do?
No, I mean like for work, like what pays your bills?
I don't believe in bills. I just simply be.
Surely that would be I just simply am.
Well, yes, I used to am, but that begins with the letter A. I've moved on since then, so now I just simply be. And one day I hope to progress even further as an individual. Then I'll truly see.
Yeah, and I think on that logic, I'm at the place of, gee, you're an idiot.
So how did you get tangled up with these two then?
Before chartering our little trip with you, we first found him hanging around the dock. Maxine was enraptured with his free spirit. Thought she'd stumbled across a well-being guru of sorts.
Right. Well, look, first, all this talk of being one with nature and communing with the sea was so out there and romantic.
Yes, and I must admit, the idea of getting away from technology must have been a welcome break from the stress of modern-day living. So we thought, well, we'd bring him along.
In hindsight, the novelty wore off pretty quickly.
Thank you.
That wasn't a compliment.
But be honest, the break away from phones and the internet and things has been nice.
Well, it's had its moments, and I suppose not thinking about work things has been nice.
Now, I must admit, we had a nice chat sitting on the beach yesterday, talking about life, each other, the ocean. Haven't done that without distraction in years.
See, that's what I like about living out here. It gives you perspective.
Yes, and a lot more sand under your toenails than you know what to do with.
Yes.
That's why I love living near the ocean, because the ocean is really deep.
Deep, yeah.
What about you, Hugo? What made you opt for the castaway life?
Well, I used to be a high-flying businessman like yourself, Bernard, but you know, all the riches in the world couldn't give me fulfillment or purpose. Long story short, this is my home now. By the beach, I feel closer to nature, closer to God, and you'd be surprised how many people like you I've helped. If ever a fisherman gets into trouble on the reefs, they always know there's a helping hand here on these beaches. And now, here I am helping you fine folk.
You know, I've been thinking about, like, my life and my calling. And maybe I'm not destined to be a skipper. You know, maybe boats aren't my thing after all.
To be fair, you're still new. Mistakes happen.
Admittedly, they don't normally cause a shipwreck.
Do you reckon you could salvage anything from the yacht?
Maybe.
So, why don't you see what you can salvage, and if it's worth fixing, maybe have another go. But this time, paying a little bit more attention.
Maybe you're right. You know, maybe it's not about a completely new calling, just about approaching it differently, and maybe I should take it a bit more seriously and work a little harder.
Yeah, well, the Bible says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as if serving the Lord.
Yeah, perhaps you're right. Perhaps I'll stick at it a little longer. Give it another go, but different this time.
Whereas you, on the other hand, maybe you need to work a little less. Spend more time away from your phone.
You're welcome.
Don't push it.
No, you're right. There is definitely a balance. But I suppose I would like to think about later life, you know, a little.
Maybe starting a family.
Well, that's a whole nother conversation. That's what that is. Coconut?
See? You see what I mean? Isn't this nice? Perspective. And you know, maybe one day God will call me back to the mainland to rejoin conventional society, but I feel that for this season at least, yeah, the beach is where I'm supposed to be. Yes.
You know, all this talk of calling is making me think that maybe I should, you know, do some thinking.
Of what your calling in life might be?
Yeah, or just thinking in general about anything, really. You know, this reminds me of a song that I'm making up on the spot right now. Sometimes in life, you go through ups and downs, and sometimes in life, you don't know which way to go.
Is he making this up right now?
You may set a firm course and sail on through, or roll with the waves, ebb and flow. Or sometimes you might get stranded on a beach that you're unfamiliar with, and then you meet a nice guy who can teach you some survival skills, and the break from life gives you a much needed chance to reflect.
Yeah, that's definitely improvised.
And it just goes to show that life is one big journey and a new surprise each day. Life is one big journey, and a journey's underway. Now I may not know the hows and whys of where I am today, but I know I want God leading me every step of the way. Everybody, life is one big journey with a new surprise each day. Life is a big journey, and a journey's underway. Now I may not know the hows and whys of where I am today, but I know I want God leading me every step of the way. Life is one big journey with a new surprise each day. Life is one big journey, and the journey's underway. Now I may not know the hows and whys of where I am today, but I know I want God leading me every step of the way. Life is one big journey.
We start. Yeah, cool.
Hello and welcome back to day 4 of the Cozy Corner. I can't believe it's day 4 already. I'm sad.
Yeah, it's nearly coming to an end, but we've still got loads left.
Yes, we have. But first of all, we want to do some shout-outs this morning. We want to shout out Josiah and Micah. Hello to you guys. Thank you for tuning in and watching every single day, I've been told. Wowzers.
Well done, well done.
We also want to shout out, now I'm sorry if I pronounce this wrong, but St. Budeaux Parish Church, because you guys have been pieing a model of Jordan in the face at your church. We have a video here.
What? What is going on here?
Yeah.
To the face! I get
to
pied
the
enough
face.
in real life. I don't need this as well.
I think that's brilliant, and keep doing what you're doing.
No, boo.
Okay. Oh, my life flashed before my eyes then as well. I won't lie. So,
You're entirely to blame for that one. You at that church.
so, Jordan, if you can speak,
Yes.
I would like to know this morning where people are watching from. Nat asked, you've been sending me messages all morning, so thank you for those. So, Jordan, where
Yes.
are people watching from?
Well, a good job I can see without my glasses, innit? People have been watching from Nuneaton, Dundee, Dumfries, Headingham Baptist, in the car on the way to Sea Life Centre, Weston-super-Mare, Wallheath, Whitley Bay, Lytham St Anne's, on the sofa, Lytham, sorry. Lytham, well, I don't know how things are pronounced. I don't talk proper English. On the sofa, under a blanket, in your PJs, and also Dundalk in Ireland. Whoa, that's loads of places, but also I want to give a special shout out and a thank you to those in America and Canada. I know you'll watch this back, so won't have had time to get in contact live. So thank you to you guys as well.
Thank you so much to all of you tuning in. That's so many places.
Yeah.
But Jordan, remind us now of the competition.
Oh yes, the competition. We've asked you to send in your favourite funny, hilarious water-based joke, and you will win a 20 quid entertainer voucher. Thank you very much, entertainer. You will win your very own Virtual Sunday School signed CD. You will win your very own Bible, thanks to tenordose.com. And in order to keep all this loot in check, you will win your very own Virtual Sunday School draw bag. Woo! It's a prize that you just can't really beat. And yeah, send in your jokes, such as, what kind of hair does the ocean have?
What kind of hair does the ocean have?
Wavy.
I mean, you can just top that one. It's quite easy, and maybe you'll win a prize.
Yeah.
But if you don't win this competition, stay tuned, because there are more prizes to be won.
Yeah.
Okay, and so now we are going to worship our awesome, mighty, amazing creator God. We're going to jump up, dance around, wave your hands in the air, and we are going to worship to Love the Way by All Stars Kids. Woo!
You know my thoughts, you know my feelings. You know my choices before I make them. You know my heart and all that's hidden. The roads I'll take before I take them. God, so great. I stand amazed, I stand amazed. I sing this song to you to say, to you to say, Jesus, I love the way you love me. Jesus, I love the way you know me. Jesus, I love the way you see me. Oh, I love your way, I love your way. You know my hopes, you hear my wishes. The words I say before I say them. You know my past, you see my future. You know my prayers before I pray them. God, so great. How can it be? How can it be? Oh, world so big. Yet you see me, yet you see me. Oh, Jesus, I love the way you love me. Jesus, I love the way you know me. Jesus, I love the way you see me. Oh, I love your way, I love your way. Jesus, I love the way you love me. Jesus, I love the way you know me. Jesus, I love the way you see me. Oh, I love your way, I love your way.
Love the way you love the way you live. As I love like this, let me reflect. Christ be the night and the day, bright in the nights and the way, sight to the blind. You know my heart with a K. If you're not leading the way, taste of divine. God, your goodness gracious, you took this, gave me back you a good grade and God, yeah.
Jesus, I love the way you love me. Jesus, I love the way you know me. Jesus, I love the way you see me. I love your way. I love your way. I love your way.
What a fantastic song! Don't forget that you can go over to Spotify and to iTunes and check out the All Stars Kids Worship. You can check out that song, the other song we had earlier this week, and there's a whole album. So go over there and check it out. And you know, Beth, I'm actually quite excited to hear some of your water-themed jokes as well. I think you'll probably do better than Jordan. But for now, we are here in Story Shore, and we are going to pick up the story with Beth. But first, Beth, can we have a little bit of a recap of Paul's story so far?
Well, of course you can. So
Great.
quite a lot has happened so far. So, Paul is a prisoner headed to Rome on a massive ship when they encounter a huge storm. They get stuck in this storm for 14 days. Well, it's got to be okay though, because Paul is visited by an angel who says that no one's going to die and they're all going to be safe, but some of the sailors still try to escape, which means that they end up cutting all the ropes to their lifeboats, which means now they really have to trust God. But then they decide to stop and have a meal of thankfulness in the middle of all this craziness. They see land in the distance, they're heading towards it, and then they crash into a sandbar and end up on a mysterious island. Ta-da!
Great. So, what happens next?
Well, the wooden ship lay motionless. The roaring seas were battering at the stern. Splintering wood flew everywhere, ropes and sails flying everywhere. But fortunately, everyone was already on the shore, and so they were watching the devastation from a distance. It had been an incredibly dangerous and difficult journey, yet everyone was safe, no one had drowned, and they were all on this mysterious island. Well, they had been swept miles off course, and so there was Julius, and he decided to take a head count. But indeed, every single person was there. Not even the prisoners had tried to escape, because they had decided to stick with Paul, whose God had made sure they were safe and sound so far. I mean, even Seamus, the old piratey captain, was fine. I mean, he was coughing up a bit of seaweed that he'd swallowed on the swim over, but he was okay, really. Let me help you there, Seamus. There we go. So, there they all were, lying on the beach, thinking that the danger had passed. Oh, when they began to see movement away from the shore, silhouettes on the mainland, and they got closer. There were people, strange people on this strange island, and they got closer and closer and closer, and then, hello! One of the islanders came forward with a big grin and said, "You all look very cold. Come, let's build a fire." And well, the locals treated them with exceptional kindness. They built a huge fire to keep them warm because it was still raining and freezing cold. Well, it turned out they'd been shipwrecked on an island called Miletus, which we now know as Malta. But you see, Paul was there and he was wondering, why had they been shipwrecked? He thought he was going to Rome, so why this sudden and unexpected pit stop? Well, Paul was busy pondering this as he was gathering some wood for the fire. But as he did so, a sneaky, slithery snake came, and it rushed out and it bit him on the hand. Ooh! Well, the islanders, when they saw this, they said, "Oh, well, he must be a murderer then, and justice has come for him, because anyone bitten by this kind of snake swells right up and drops down dead." Oh dear. Well, when Paul saw that the snake had bitten him and was hanging off his arm, he simply shook it off into the fire. And well, the locals were blown away by this. Here was this man bitten by a deadly snake and he was completely fine. Well, some of them thought he was a god. And soon after, Paul and all of the crew were welcomed by the official of the island, Publius. And well, they were his guests for 3 days and looked after incredibly well. But during this time, Publius's father looks incredibly like Publius actually, but Publius's father was very, very unwell. He was sick with dysentery and a fever and was laid up in bed. But Paul knew that he could help, that even if he wasn't in Rome, that he could make a difference. And so he went to Publius's father, laid on hands, and miraculously healed him. Ah! Well, when the rest of the island heard that Paul could perform miracles through the power of God, all of those who were sick came forward and they were all cured. Now, you see, Paul hadn't expected to be shipwrecked or end up on this mysterious island, but he was an apostle and missionary for God. And so he kept on preaching the gospel and he kept on doing God's work on this strange, strange island.
So, even though Paul's calling was to Rome, part of his calling was to be shipwrecked on Malta so that he could heal the sick and proclaim Jesus to the locals.
Well, yes, exactly. He'd been saved from the storm, he'd trusted God in the storm, he'd been thankful throughout all of this chaos, and he had stayed true to his calling, even in exceptional circumstances. And did you know that Paul spent 3 months on that island before he continued his journey and set sail again?
Wow. Well, that must finish off the story nicely then.
Well, pretty much. Although tomorrow, not only do I want to recap everything, but I'd like us to look at one more part of the story.
Ooh, that's exciting. So really, we need to be open to whatever God's calling us to do, in whatever situation we might find ourselves in. Speaking of whatever situation we might find ourselves in, I think it's time to head over to the Aqua Park to see who wins today's watery challenge.
We're back at the Aqua Park, and today we've got another challenge. In the Bible, in Philippians, it talks about, in 3:14, it says about the upward call of God in Christ. Upward. Hallelujah. All right, so we're going to have our own upward call today. Yes. In today's challenge, we try and get as much height as we can off the inflatable blob.
Oh, nice.
The person who gets the most height off the inflatable blob wins points for their team.
Come on, team! I'm going to win this one. I'm the smartest one here. Yay! 3, 2, 1.
That's right, boys. Points for the blue team. Who got fired highest in the sky?
Me. All you did was sit there and ping up.
So, you still got points, so.
We are back at the Craft Shack, and today I'm joined by Rachel, who's going to tell us how to do today's craft. What are we doing today, Rach?
So today now, we are going to make some paper chain slithery snakes. So what you are going to need is some strips of card, okay? So you're going to need to get an adult to help you cut those out because scissors are very sharp. And what you're going to do is you're going to take a bit of card to make something that looks a little bit like this. So we take a strip of card and we make it into a circle.
Great.
And then we take some tape. Now make sure your adult is helping you cut the tape. And we're going to stick it together to make a circle.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. And then what we're going to do is keep doing that, and we're going to take another strip of card, loop it through, and make another circle.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. And then you're going to keep doing that until you get something that looks a bit like this, as nicely modelled by Nat. And then the head. Now you can go a little bit wild with the head. You can make a different shape. You can use an egg box. You can draw faces. You can do whatever you want. Or you can use googly eyes.
Googly eyes, love
so
it.
just go a bit crazy and make it all slithery. You can give it some fangs. You can really go out of town here.
Awesome.
So that's what we're doing today.
Fantastic. And these are the stakes, just like in Paul's story today. Amazing. You know what else they've got to do, Rach, when they've done these? They've got to send us in a picture. Yes. Because if you send us in a picture, that means that your team will get some points. And it also means that you could win a prize. So ask your grown-ups to take a photo, send it in to our Facebook, Instagram or email. Don't forget to include your name, team that you want the points to go to, and your age so that we can decide the prizes. We'll have an under 8, over 8 and an Arietti's Choice prize as well. Okay, it is time for us to head over to our interactive challenge that you guys can join in with at home with Jordan. Woo!
Oh, it wasn't quite as good as the morning one, was it? So, welcome to the interactive challenge where you guys get to join along at home. Today, we're going to play Simon Says, but it's me, so we're going to play Jordan Says, and I'm going to need 4 presenters up on stage to help me, please. Rob, Beth, Ollie, and Rachel. Thank you very much. There's no points in this or anything, but we're just doing it for interaction, aren't we?
I didn't have a spare top.
You did. You got very gunged, didn't you?
A little bit.
This is red enough. This
Yeah,
is
it's red.
red
It's red.
team. Good job. It's not for points. Anyway, so we're going to be playing Simon's Jordan Says. I'm sure.
Simon Jordan Says.
Simon Jordan Says. I'm going to try and say that now. So, I've lost it. So you know how to play this at home. I'm sure you do. But just in case you don't, essentially, when I say Jordan Says, touch your head, you touch your head. Jordan Says, touch your knees, touch your knee, or your knee. No, your knee. But if I was to say touch your toes, you don't do it. You don't do it because I didn't. Because I didn't say Jordan Says.
You said it, but Jordan did say it.
Yeah, I know, but I've got to say Jordan said X, Y, Z. Okay? All clear?
Yeah, got it.
Right. Can I get a minute on the clock, please, Maestro? Essentially, try and stay in for the minute. If you don't, you've got to sit down and sit out. All right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll get 1 minute. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Jordan says touch your head. Jordan says touch your knees. Jordan says touch your toes. Touch your leg. Oh, Jordan says stand on your right leg. Jordan says stand on your left leg. Jordan says hop on your left leg. Jordan says hop on your right leg. Jordan says act like a cow. Act like a duck. What? Sit down. Sit down. Jordan says act like a cat. Jordan says act like a dog. Jordan says turn around. Jordan says turn around. Jordan says turn around. Turn around the other way. Oh, you stop, down you go. Jordan says, put your right arm in the air. Jordan says, put your left arm in the air. Jordan says, put both arms down. Jordan says, put both arms up. Jordan says, put both arms down. Put both arms up. Put your right arm up. Put your left arm up. Jordan says, put your left arm up. Jordan says, put your right arm up. Jordan says, sit down. Stand up. Yay! Jordan says, well done. Beth won that one. Well done. Beth wins. A pie to the fit. No. I normally get pie. I did! Chaos! Absolute chaos! That wasn't meant to happen. I'm so sorry, Beth. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Right, let's cut to the gallery with Rob, who's going to tell us about Samson's thing.
Samson.
Yeah!
Oh, Beth, what's happened? You look a little...
Well, you see, I thought I'd have a little bit of extra decoration for today's homework with Samson. Yeah, I'm just going to put my glasses right down here, but Samson has something else he'd like you to do
Oh,
today,
does he?
although I don't recommend that you do. Thank you, someone should tell. I don't recommend you do this covered in a foam pie. So Samson has decided on his island that there was simply not enough living creatures. And so today, he'd like you to add some creatures. We've got like an octopus, some crabs, a couple of fish, a parrot, a lion, and you can do this however you like. So, a couple of little examples that Samson did. He did a couple of snakes.
That's very fine detail
yeah,
for
fine
a dog.
motor
This is-
skills for
yeah,
this
well done,
Doberman.
Samson, yeah.
So here you can make some out of Play-Doh or modelling clay, or make some out of cardboard, draw them and cut them out. You like some googly eyes, or you can use figurines that you have, or egg boxes, or tin foil, or anything really.
Did you do that, Samson?
Yes,
did you
he
make them
did.
yourself? So, please do. We want to see you today adding animals to your islands that you're making. Now, if you want, you can even just chuck on some toy animals. If you've got some already, why not throw some of them on? Or do whatever you want. Be creative. And remember, tomorrow, if you send in your finalised islands, there's going to be a big prize available. Brill, let's head back to Nat on the presenting stage.
Back to me on the presenter stage. Okay, let's say a prayer together. Dear Lord, thank you so much that you have a calling on our lives. Thank you that you know exactly what's going to happen, that we can rely on you, and that you never leave us, whatever situation we are in. In Jesus' name I pray, Amen. Amen. Okay, now before the points update today, I've got a little bit of news, okay? It's going to throw everything up in the air, and it's big news actually, because normally what happens is that the person who gets the least points is the person who gets gunged. But today, I thought we'd change it up a bit. These guys don't know. I thought we'd change it up a bit. So the person with the most points is going to get gunged.
Get Ollie Gunn! Winning! It's like the
So, let me tell you the points on the scores on the doors, okay? So, in third place, so usually this person would be getting gunged, but today they won't be, with 0 points. It is Rob on the red team!
Wow, the one day I'm losing.
You lost yesterday.
At the start of the morning.
Okay, and in second place, so they don't get a gungeon either, with 20 points, it's Jordan on the pink team!
Yeah, gunge free, look at this.
And in first place, so winning today, with 40 points, it is Ollie on the blue team!
Yeah! Come on, blue team!
So,
Unbelievable.
these guys will get more points the more crafts that you send in. But today, you don't want your team to get points, do you? Because, well, you might want Ollie to get gunged if you're on the blue team. But normally, you don't want your team to get gunged because you want to win. So, if you're on Ollie's team, if you're on the blue team, you might think, I'll send in my crafts, but today, I want the points to go to the red team because I want to see Rob get gunged. Or if you're on the pink team, you might say, today I'm going to send in mine for the blue team because I want to see Ollie get gunged. I want Ollie to get the points because the more points, that means that they're going to get gunged. Everything could change. Everything could change before 5 o'clock.
Right, listen here, friends, all right? Ollie doesn't get gunned.
Get Ollie gunned!
Get
Ollie gunned! Get Ollie gunned! Get Ollie gunned!
Blue team, Ollie Gunge! Get Ollie Gunge!
Okay, so we want to make sure Ollie gets gunged today. I mean, anyone could get gunged. Anyone could get gunged. Let's go, Ollie gunged. Okay, fantastic. Don't forget to ask your grown-up to send in the pictures on our Instagram, Facebook, or email vhc@forefront-theatre.com. That email address is on our Facebook page as well if you want to go and double check it before you send it in. Now this week you can watch Virtual Holiday Club absolutely free on our YouTube channel, but we do have a link in the description below if you would like to donate towards the work that we do with Virtual Holiday Club and Virtual Sunday School. That would be fantastic and much appreciated. Now there's not much left to say except I'll see you for our Live at 5. Don't forget to enter the competition as well. See ya!
Why not tune in to Virtual Sunday School?
Holiday